today's Pro Football Pick'em Show. I'm your host, Dennis James. I'm here again with my co-host Sean Harris and my producer Lawrence Jones. We are now into the playoffs, and things are getting tightened up. We kind of get close to the end, getting close to picking the champion for the year. We're gonna get into the games from the wild card weekend first before we get into the brackets. So we can after we go over the games we can know who's still left from the bracket. A lot of people have been eliminated already. Not gonna mention anybody's name, but some people have been eliminated.
Damn
Seattle. Speaking of Seattle, let's start with that game first. New Orleans at Seattle. We already know this has been a crazy year. As far as the picks go, points is down by 120 points per person. The NFL is crazy. You had a team like Seattle getting the playoffs at 7-9, and of course, first weekend, Seattle of all teams is the only home team to win. So that just shows you how crazy the season has been all year. But let's start with that game. New Orleans 36, Seattle 41. Only 3 people picked Seattle in this game, and that was Derek, Reggie, and Ashley. Derek's still been bragging about it, even though he lost all the rest of his other 3 picks. But he's still bragging about it. But let's get into this game a little bit. It was definitely a shock to me. Did get Seattle plays pretty well at home. So I mean, what happened to New Orleans? To me, I guess it seemed like all the deficiencies that we talked about from the Saints last year. The reason why people kept saying they never won it last year, it came to fruition this year. That and the fact that they had some key injuries. I thought Michael Jenkins being out, and then pretty much nothing at running back. That was definitely key. But their defense just fell apart this game, just totally. What was your thoughts on it, Sean?
I thought, the name of this game was Marshawn Lynch. He ran for 131 yards. They couldn't stop him. Like you said before, they didn't have a run game themselves. And Matt Hasselbeck, he played the game of his life. He had 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, that cat ain't played that good in about 5 years.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, combine that plus having the home field advantage.
Yeah.
They pulled out the victory.
You get anything from this game, Warren?
Yeah, it's just, like you said, they had a whole bunch of huge injuries. The broadcasters and commentators were making note that Roman Harper was lost without Malcolm Jenkins. It's like he usually depends on him to.
Can't been lost all season. He got ran down by Sam Bradford.
Yeah,
quarterback.
he got tired.
Whatever.
That's what he said.
Whatever, but
he looked tired Saturday too.
Yeah, the thing that shocked me the most was just that the Seahawks put up 41 points on the Saints. It's like they haven't put up like no more than 30 points all season.
They don't really have like a deep threat at receiver, and then Marshawn Lynch picked that was the second, probably his best game of the year. I think he had 100 yards earlier when he was with Buffalo, but that's his best game with Seahawks.
Yeah.
He picked the right time to do it. What about Pete Carroll? Did he outcoach? I can't remember. Sean Payton?
No, it was just
not really.
Just Marshawn Lynch happened, and who expected Matt Hasselbeck to have a game he had?
Yeah. That run by Marshawn Lynch that people talking about, coming out one of the greatest playoff runs ever.
I'm looking at Trey. You see Tracy Porter get shoved down like a little rag doll?
Yeah, they did a thing. You ever seen that Sports Science? They did a breakdown because Marshawn Lynch was in the studio before, and he did some experiments with him. They showed you saw that?
I mean, I know.
But it showed how powerful he was. And it broke down this cat out of all 9 of the 11 Saints touched him on that run, and when he dragged Tracy Porter for 5 yards, they were saying that because he had dragged, they had him on the show, he was dragging
he stiffed arm Tracy Porter like 5 yards back, he just knocked him on his butt.
Well, and that was one of the most incredible runs I've ever seen though.
Yeah.
But can the Seahawks keep this momentum going into their next game?
I don't think so, but you never know.
I think it's just a NFC West thing. You saw Arizona had that big game last year, and then in the very next round, they got spanked.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting the Bears to house the Seahawks.
All right, the other game from Saturday was the Saturday night game. The Jets beat the Colts 17-16. 12 out of 40 people picked the Jets. So not many people were giving the Jets much of a chance. The thing I got out of this game was Rex Ryan. I think in the past we mentioned before, he always struggled with Peyton Manning because he's always, he likes to blitz. And
he's been stubborn.
And he's always been stubborn and keeps blitzing. But this game he actually dropped back. He made the Colts run the football and he wasn't able to do it successfully. And that was the difference. That was the major difference in the game. That and the fact that a lot of things came out of this game. You can question Caldwell, question Peyton Manning. You can question a lot of things with the Colts. Reggie Wayne only had one catch. I mean, I know Revis was on him, but you gotta throw the ball more than that. It gave Revis too much respect, I thought. He is maybe the best corner in the league, but you got to throw at him more than once. But what did you guys get out of this game?
Yeah, I thought, Rex Ryan, he actually had a very good game plan. He basically dared Indianapolis to run the whole game. So a lot of times Manning would just audible the runs. So that kind of takes the ball out of his hands, which was smart. So we actually, in a way, outsmarted Peyton Manning. And he wasn't his stubborn usual self. And then the fact that the Jets were able to run the ball effectively, like Daniel Thompson had 83 yards. Sean Green had a decent game too. They were able to mix it up with both of them and pretty much control the clock, especially in the second half.
Yeah, the thing that I'll be concerned though, especially if you're a Jets fan, Sanchez looked like crap that game to me.
Yeah.
But the one thing he didn't turn the ball over. But he was missing a lot of receivers that were open, overthrowing them, throwing them high. But the thing is, he didn't turn the ball over, and that was one of the key factors in that game as well. Of course, towards the end of the game, there was a big controversy. After the Colts came down the field, got the lead. The Jets came right back down the field off the Cromartie kick return, and then with about 30 seconds left, little boy Caldwell calls timeout with the clock running. The Jets had the ball. You can see Peyton Manning on the sideline going like, "What the hell is he doing?"
Yeah.
What was he thinking? I don't understand his reasoning there at all. Why did he call timeout there?
He explained it, but I forgot. It was kind of like listening to Charlie Brown adult. Why?
Yeah, Rome was making fun of him, but he was like, it didn't make any sense. But I don't know. But to answer your question, how's Caldwell viewed as a coach? I kind of see it like the comparisons that I make are two other comparisons: Mike Tomlin and then John Gruden. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause no, not Mike Singletary, but no, because Gruden took over what's his face's team.
Tony Dungy.
Yeah, Tony Dungy's team in Tampa Bay, and he was actually able to. He had a sick team already, and he was able to get them to a championship. Then Mike Tomlin, he took the Steelers. They were on the downside a little bit, but they still had the talent.
Yeah.
And he was able to eventually.
But Gruden was just proven before. He had won with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Before he went to Tampa, so it wasn't like he, I don't think that was a question with him. But I think going forward though, a lot of people have been talking this week. What's more important, having a good coach or a good quarterback? And I think you need both.
Yeah.
And right now, the coach, they got the quarterback, but I'm not sure they got the coach. I'm not sure Caldwell going forth is the guy that could lead them back to another Super Bowl.
Because it's like when he took over the team, it's like he didn't really change much from what Tony Dungy did.
Yeah, that's fine on offense. But Tony Dungy, the offense, he didn't mess with it anyway. He pretty much, said, Peyton, do what you do.
Yeah, but when it came to like head coaching decisions like this.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he would never do nothing that stupid.
Yeah. All
right. Well, the next game we go to Sunday's game. Baltimore 30, Kansas City 7. The Ravens pretty much just took it to them. The game was close in the first half. Chiefs hung tough. Jamal Charles got off for that 40-yard run, but I think it's been evident. And the thing is about the playoffs, teams' weaknesses will get exposed in the playoffs. And the Chiefs all season long, they're kind of like the Eagles. They scored on big plays. They can't sustain long drives. And they got the one big play, and they weren't able to do anything after that. Plus, you know, the Ravens made some adjustments in the second half, and the Chiefs just never recovered from it. Were the Ravens just that much better than the Chiefs, or was it because the Chiefs is a very young team, inexperienced in the playoffs?
I probably say it's more inexperience on the Chiefs' part, but the Ravens are that good. At least they're that much better than the Chiefs. But I think it is just more inexperience, and then the other thing to look at too is you got from what I heard, what's his name took the playbook from Charlie Weiss.
Yeah, there was rumors about that. Yeah,
and then it's like the Ravens' offense is going against Romeo Crennel like they ain't ever seen that before.
That's a good point. I don't thought about that.
So you know what I'm saying?
It kind of makes sense too because the Ravens came out throwing the Ty Heap a lot, and he was just killing their safeties. And then they had to put
Eric Berry.
They had to put Eric Berry on them, and then that just left the middle open for Bolton later on in the game, set up that touchdown. So I mean, they did seem like they do something the way they came out, throwing. The Ty Heap had a huge game. I mean, and they set the tone for that from the outset. So I never thought about that Romeo situation. But going back to assistant coaches, I think that Charlie White situation kind of was a distraction to the team too as well.
Yeah.
With him leaving, taking the Florida job, which I still don't understand. But
yeah, I don't understand that either.
But there was rumor. I don't know if it's true that he took the play calling duties away from him in the second half. And then you look at the play calling in the second half, they ain't run the ball at all, did they?
Yeah, Jamal Charles had one carry the whole second half.
Yeah, so, I mean, but the thing is, going against the Ravens aren't going to give them big plays like that. I thought they should have ranked Jones more anyway than Jamal Charles. Mm-hmm. Jamal Charles, coming into the game, average 6 yards of carries. That shows you he's a home run, all a hit or miss back. They need to grind it out more with Thomas Jones. I think that should have been the game plan from the jump anyway. But anybody else pick up anything else out of this game?
Other than the Chiefs receiver situation ain't that much better than the Browns.
At least got Dwayne Bowe.
Yeah, he led the league in touchdowns.
I mean, Dwayne Bowe didn't do nothing in this game, but it ain't his fault. They ain't doing the ball. I mean, the Ravens that good too. He played in 2 games.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I mean, he even get a pass thrown to him.
I think it was one pass. I remember.
I mean, that was crazy, but I mean, we'll get into that later about the Chiefs deficiencies.
Need another quarterback.
We'll get into that later. But why are we looking on time?
Oh, I don't know, probably like a few minutes.
All right, we'll take a quick break and then we're gonna preview the Packers-Eagles game when we come back.